can pay for research and collections of the data.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amadio Nur Ahmad Muhyiddin, metric number 275921. So for this assignment, I got the part to write the conclusion and the recommendation. So far, while doing the assignment, I didn't find any challenge except that because I got the conclusion, I have to wait for my other group mates to send their part. Waiting for them to finish, and then only I can write the conclusion for this assignment, which our topic is gender-based violence among students, a case study in University Utara Malaysia. Thank you. That is it from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, I'm Chithandani with method number 282742. So at the beginning of this project, we quite confused to choose themes and also determine the topic because there were many ideas from 10 of us. Until finally, we chose the philosophy of humanity as our theme, and we chose the topic of gender-based violence among students in UUM. After determining the subtopic or content of our main topic, I got the part of the data analysis or table of data and also the diagram. For me, my part quite difficult to organize the data one by one from the Google form that we choose as the method to get the data, and I also have to think which diagram or statistical model is suitable to use based on the data we collect. However, the results of this data will determine and answer the result of our case study, and I think my part is quite interesting because from my part we can make a decisions or conclusion from our case study.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Fatani. The difficulty that we face, actually, what I really feel in this research is the lack of information that the respondent gave to us. Because in this East society, it is a bit taboo to talk about sexual context. So maybe the respondent asked us to get this information more confidential, so it will not spread. And but finally, we managed to get the information we need to execute this research. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arlina with metric number 282915. Regarding this assignment, after we discussed together, finally we decided to choose the topic about gender-based violence among UM students. We conduct the research by making questionnaire and share to all students through many ways. Each of us shared to WhatsApp group and encourage students to fill up this survey. In this assignment, uh, the challenge that I found is when we have to collect the data that we conduct before, we have to make clearly about the result of the data. Uh, that means we have to be accurate to explain the result data. So to solve this problem, we use the diagram, chart, and table of data to make the result organized. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Shurman Safarinum Rizal, and my metric number is 276757. And here I'm going to explain about the process of carrying out the assignment. Okay, because of this, I get repetitions such as the Google form, where the verb recorded and written question that respondent could answer whether they were victims or not. For the methodology I use in section 5 about the problem of gender-based violence among the students, we overcame the challenge we faced by distributing various petitions via social media and in person, which helped us get the responses we wanted. Additionally, we had to include cases and sections in our section that showed what we had to learn so that we could not only understand the background but also accurately describe it with supporting evidence to prevent any falsification of the data. Here, we divide by group our components so that we may complete them one at a time using the supplied evidence from the responders. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tak cerhau, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya. We are from the group that highlight the sexual harassment in the University Utara Malaysia. But we have some of the barriers that can impact to our research and collections of the data, because if the data is a bias, so the critical reality and the research has a different perspective. But today, the barriers of the research is relate to toxic masculinity and also about the thermal lies of the victim. It's pertaining to we must know the instruments or the indicator that can advance or stimulate the thermal lies of the respondents, because to know the paradigms of the victims, the details is very important and very sensitive to know.
Hi, my name is Ramawati Nur Aisha with my number 28712 about this assignment, and after we discuss, finally we choose philosophy of humanity and we raise the topic about gender-based violence among students at University Utara Malaysia. The purpose we choose this topic because that we know nowadays so many cases about gender-based violence, for example sexual harassment in the campus environment, especially among the students. Also, we share a questionnaire to all UM students to know does the sexual harassment ever happen to this university, and the university is safe place to all students. And the challenge when do this assignment is about collecting the data, because we get a lot of respondents, so it takes a long time to input all data, and sometimes we need to repeat because the data when input is wrong. So to avoid the error, we provide the diagram and table to give accurate and clear data result. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Batisha Sabila. My metric number is 282740. In this occasion, I took the initial part of explaining the definition of gender-based violence and explaining why this topic is important to raise. Finding source or example is a bit of challenge for me because basically this topic is also sensitive for some people. Gender discrimination and gender-based violence on campus is something that happens a lot and might not be uncommon anymore. In other words, it has become a very common social issue where this issue cannot be normalized and that things that should be despicable should not be normalized. However, the critical reality is that there are many phenomena related to crimes that occur in the educational environment, especially highlighting cases of gender-based sexual harassment in higher education. In fact, there is not much data related to cases that have the same indicators and background. For this reason, my friend Ari and I both tried to explain this first part properly and structured. Other friends are also trying to carry out their respective parts. So far, their problems that I cannot solve by myself will be asked to my group members so that we can solve the problems together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Yaniza Fanarhim Ahmad. Gender issues are problems caused by gender gaps or disparities which have implication for discrimination against one party, woman and man. With discrimination against women or men in terms of access to and control over research opportunities, status, rights, roles, and rewards, condition of gender inequality will be created. Gender issues are also one of the main issues in development, particularly human resource development. Even though there have been many efforts made by the government to improve the quality of life of women, strengthen institutional capacity for gender mainstreaming, the data show that there are still gaps between women and men in terms of access, participation, control, and benefit, as well as mastery of natural research, such as in the fields of education, health, economy, social, culture, and other strategic fields. The backwardness of one community group in development, especially women, is caused by various problems in society that are interrelated with one another. The most basic problem in effort to improve the quality of life of women and children is a development approach that has not accommodated to the importance of equality between women and men, girls and boys in gaining access, participation, control, and benefits of development.
Hi, good day, Prof. I'm Nabila Hifanoris with metric number 28746. What I have experienced during this research is the lack of information that the respondent gave to us. This caused difficulties to construct valid data, and they really cost us a lot of time because not all victims were willing to be interviewed and willing to share what they experienced. And some of them also find it difficult to express what they feel because they still feel traumatized